2 games in the books on the day and 2 more games to be played here on Miramar before we determine who will be in the lead coming into tomorrow's games in a rankle.
Yeah, of course. We had a really nice second game. I also like the fact that it was different overall compared to that first game. So we've seen 2 different ways where the games have ended, and we talked about already how like no team has really kind of shown their Miramar dominance. We've seen 2 games, 2 different winners, and actually overall shift in the leaderboards.
2 completely
those
different
games.
top sides. I mean, that's the thing, right? The only team we've really seen been up there kind of again would be a team like Northern Lights, who had a pretty decent performance the first time around. I mean, it's just, it's difficult. It's a hard map to play around those circles. I mean, they never, obviously, for the most part at least, never really go the same places. And, well, I mean, it forces you to really be creative with how you play things, because there are areas of this map where you just, well, you pretty much can't rotate through.
Yeah, that's very true. But once again, Zoekt Een Naam dropping south as they do normally like to go with 4 angry kids. They also like to go that north area and look to loot up quite effectively. And then, of course, as the circle's going to expose itself, we'll see where they look to have to reposition or maybe not reposition.
Yeah, I mean, it's those western circles are pretty interesting. Maybe that's what we need now. One of those western ones. Seems like no tag. They have stopped their, I don't know what they were doing, kind of thing down in Las Leonas and gone to where they've been before. Makes more sense to me to see them where they are right now. Avangar, they're out east, looking to go up north. And of course, Circle, where are we headed today? East. So, not west.
It's the opposite of west.
Opposite. Not what we wanted. Game. So bad at providing.
Well, I was hoping for an island circle once again.
Yeah, that's of course also a thing.
I know. But what is interesting about the circle, of course, is that it is about like 15-20% water. So it does straight away kind of shrink the land area that the teams can kind of generally move into.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are outside the circle. As we saw, the teams that dropped early, that dropped west, are going to have to move in. And yeah, they're not going to have that much area.
And one thing is that there's not a lot of room on the eastern side because of the water. Another thing is, should the circle shift out east again, then like normally when you see these hard shifts, teams like to move around onto the back side of the circle. Even when they have to tank blue, they like to go around on the other side of the circle to buy themselves a bit better of a rotation. Car 98 red dot. What can be done with that weapon?
Hey, look, sometimes car 98 with red dot is kind of like, putting chalk and cheese together. It's
Putting
not for
what
every
together?
Chalk and cheese.
Chalk, like a thing you write on a board.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
cheese.
I see. I get
Exactly. Yeah, as in, it's not for everybody, but somebody might find a use for it, and we've seen.
Is that Irish saying?
No, it's not. It's an Imperium saying, actually. To be honest,
Chalk.
chalk and cheese, man. Hey, welcome to Casting 101 with Imperium.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing we do here. Chalk and cheese. You should call a podcast that. Welcome to Chalk and Cheese.
I'm actually not. Anyway, that's. Let's stay in the focus of the game.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it's too easy to drift apart. When I catch you off guard like that.
I was caught very much off guard. Yeah.
Long week to go as well, Toby.
Chalk and cheese. I'm gonna remember that one. Also, what did you say earlier? Bada bing, bada boom. Here comes the. What did you say?
It was I think bada bing, bada boom. Winside were in the room or something like that. It was to do with Winside in that first game.
I love it because I normally I have had a period where I just said bada bing, bada boom, but I never knew that you could continue it. So I might have to steal that one someday.
I also like to use the kind of 5Ds of dodgeball as the 5Ds of PUBG: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yeah. Makes sense. We are learning a lot, guys. We are learning a lot about our new contenders casters in Imperium over here.
Free casting lessons.
He's giving away all his.
I know.
You're giving away all your golden ones. That's not good though.
Don't worry, I have a lot left.
You got a lot. You got like I can see his whole arm is like written up with the whole marker. You can just see got all the lines ready to go. It's always good to have. Gamerlegion, they got themselves ready to go as well. Bit of a showboating with the vehicles, no backflips, of course, boohoo. But they're making their rotation on in from the south, and that's pretty much what they have to do here because, in all honesty, I mean, that's Las Leonas City. We all know it. It's a rather big one at that, and it's blocking off a lot of these rotations.
But I do think it's a good area to head towards. I noted it in my head that kind of Los Leones and just outside that, essentially the south side of the circle, because I feel like it's not really going to heavily shift outside there in the next couple of circles, in my opinion. Of course, we will find out. So I think it's a good place to start. However, the fear of that is a couple of teams are looking to move in there, which is, of course, Northern Lights and Se7en Esports.
Yeah, many teams, of course, making their rotations on over towards the east. Gamerlegion, they'll be continuing their rotation on through. Se7en trying to see if they can get themselves a little bit of damage done down towards them, but at least this time around, not quite the case.
And what is interesting, that straight away that has created that gap where Gamerlegion 7 Esports were for 4 angry kids. Well, we don't see Zoekt Een Naam heading there, but they can potentially head there, and that will give them plenty of space, plenty of compounds, and freedom to lead up without taking damage.
They'll still be caught on the wrong side of Los Leones, though, and that's going to be the thing, because you never want to rotate through those cities. And that's I think their main reason for nobody really wanting to go up playing from there. Sure, I mean, if the next circle goes west, then that's a whole other story. But at least for now, with so much space still available on the eastern side of the city, might just want to maneuver around there, because as we know, nobody likes to sit around in cities for longer than they absolutely have to.
I think a good few of these teams are predicting a heavy north shift in the next circle or two, because drastically these teams are moving northwards. Northern Lights, no tag team, Besiktas, they are all shifting their way up. Of course, the fear is that they're getting closer together, and look at Desperados, they're kind of deep in this circle, in the middle of it. We've seen them be in this position before. I think it was in the last game. They survived for a while, but of course, might not be their time if they don't be too careful.
One of the main things with this circle, of course, is that hold that thought. John might have a chance to do some damage here. Mackin just found himself. Did he spot Page?
Nope.
He's trying to fix his spot.
No!
He hit what? What?
Oh,
can we agree that he hit him in the head there?
No, it did. It hit the lip of the rock. It did.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rather than his head. It's kind of like, you know those moments when you only have one shot? Do not miss your chance to blow.
Because this opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo, or what?
Thank you so much. Nobody ever finishes that lyric. Thank you so much. But either way, Paige is looking to put on to Mac, as I think both players are going to just be able to survive.
You know why I missed those shots? Because his palms were sweaty. Are we going to continue down that road all day?
I don't know all the lyrics. That's the shame. Because I've
Mom spaghetti? What?
All
the respect I had for you, Imperium. All the respect I had. Ivo, one more bullet. He's not going to use it. He's going to let Vasco get the kill. As I say that. Ivo actually gets knocked by Vex. That's a beastly angle from above. No one was anticipating that. Bjorn gets taken down. Vasco is there to finish him. But at a loss. Their in-game leader. Down and out.
I know that was always going to be a risky play from him. However, I think he did a really good job hiding where he was, and of course he's going to be able to give that communication to the rest of his team, knowing that they swarmed that area and Zoekt Een Naam could get potentially caught out. Of course, we do have 4 angry kids coming a little bit closer to them, but Bjorn is going to, of course, lose his life to Vasco as Winside in that area. They're going to look to rain down onto PG. Dies is there around that building. He's running away, but shots are being fired across the way by PG onto Winside.
That's a full commitment if I've seen one. They're going full aggro on it. The thing for Deez is that right now, well, he's in the compound, sure, but he has 4 guys that ain't really, they don't really look like they want to share it too much, and he is all on his own. I actually like the idea. He tried to disengage from it. Now he does get one knock. Does that allow for him to run away? I'm not sure, because his teammates, they're trying to hold him off before, but nope, not gonna happen. Gifted spots him through the gap in the door with the Grossa, and he takes him down. A new circle pops as well. You talked about water before. Ooh, it's still a factor.
It's still a huge factor. We saw the shift up north that the teams expected, but I don't think they were expecting that shift to the east side. Of course, it's going to bring these teams closer together still. However, one thing to kind of point out, it's not much of a thing, but compared to the last game, I think it's worthwhile. 9.5 minutes in, we have 60 players alive, still 16 teams. So compared to yesterday's game, you know, there's a chance that these players kind of going out just that little bit quicker, being put under fire because, of course, their circle is overall tighter because of that water.
And here's the, I mean, with this circle shift, it's one of those where either you go really early and you try to just find a spot and kind of turtle down or you just put it on lockdown and hold everyone else off, or you go really late. You cannot just go like medium kind of time because that's going to get you completely and utterly screwed over.
But I think if you're going to go late, you should go late in the area where we need a home are and where Moonwolf are, because it's not really going to shift much there. However, we are seeing Avangar own up being put under a little bit of pressure. Desperado, we saw them really occupying the area, and that's going to be a knockdown coming down for them. Where is the rest of this Avangar team to support them in a distance? Not really working too far, too close, and that's a bit of a miscommunication in my eyes, Toby.
I think on Octave he was, I mean, they were splitting the compounds clearly and trying to hold a few more positions. So with the circle shifting up into an area where, well, I mean, honestly, there aren't a whole lot of compounds available. You have to anticipate. Even though it's only Circle 2, you have to anticipate that teams are going to come crashing in because, as we said, I mean, there isn't a whole lot available, and teams realize this, and also realize that if we come up early, either it's going to be free, or most likely it's going to be a split, and they pushed on the right timing.
Yeah, you got to just kind of predict, play, and respond as well as you can. Desperado doing the right job. But we are on to Gamerlegion. They're just about able to survive for now. Was it Zoekt Een Naam kind of put them under pressure earlier on? But they're in the deep south, moving in onto a road. It's going to be a 3-squad party in that building area.
That is not something you want to be a part of whatsoever. If Zoekt Een Naam is smart and fortunate enough to hear some shots fired over here, they would want to rotate all the way around west. The only thing is that the entire western entry point to the circle is a big open field, so you don't really want to go through that either. It's all going to come down to now pretty much where that next circle is headed.
And I think 4 Angry Kids, in my eyes, for now, have the best position of those 3 squads overall. They have the lips, they have the buildings, they're split decently. However, just as I say this, you know, Caster Curse, Havocy did get knocked down, I believe, from Hamster.
Taken down, not a whole lot more you could do. Hamster's still in a bit of an isolated position here, so he really needed the help coming in there. Page spots out Northwest as well. Iron sights on his M4, of course, not what you want to have to work with. That's a tire popped. Didn't need no scope to get out of that one. New circle's gonna pop. Island ending, yay! Or not. Not gonna happen. Circle, Impala. Everything west of Impala is a big old open fields, and that is no place for you to be in.
There's Macandark getting those shots off onto 4 Angry Kids. I said they had a good position, but I think I was proved a little bit wrong in that moment. As Zoekt Een Naam moved in and Gamerlegion put a bit more pressure. However, Macandark is trying to move away without getting himself knocked down, because Gamerlegion, they're down to 2 players.
And you can see how far across Ronnie is. I mean, he's all by himself up there. Havocy did get rest back on up, so still 4 guys alive in 4 AK. Sample and Melman, they get taken out. I believe that was in the middle of a rotation, so they get their wheel popped, and that's going to be 2 knocks coming in for them. And now Winside trying to hold off We Need a Home as they come charging on in. 1 guy gone down already. Rip gets taken down as well. All of a sudden, things are looking grim for the guys, and We Need a Home, because all these compounds they're trying to drive towards, they have already been taken.
Yes, just as they move out of there, they're going to drive right into where Quickmath are, looking to fire those shots off, where Mize is going to just respond as effectively as possible. But We Need a Home. One of the players is going to be able to survive, but not without one of them getting knocked down, which is Lipsin, about to lose his life.
That is unfortunate. Polderok somehow drove through that. Not unhurt, but at least still alive. Then it's all spots out Edgecast. It's going to leave him down to about half HP. Going to peek that again. Oh my lord, he does triple peek it, but he's actually going to get knocked by Simsy from a completely other angle. No Racer in there to help out. Edgecast, though, does get flushed on out, so not a whole lot more for him to do this game. And Moonwolf under pressure now on the edge of the circle.
All the while, as we are viewing around 4 Angry Kids being put consistently under pressure from Zoekt Een Naam. Page got one knockdown, but inside that building, in the corner, Page gets a lot of damage put on, down to 22 health, but is able to survive, able to use that team freedom to be able to take down now. Although, what is going on? Is this a Havaki being a one-man army? But nope, he got taken out. T-Bone, once again, being that clutch player, getting that kill.
Hawaki tried to hold him off, but did not work out the way he wanted it. Two Northwest now coming in to help us. Well, you can see Gamerlegion, they're considering that third-party opportunity. Both Hamster and Vex, you can see them on your minimap. They've pushed their way across here. Northwest trying to nade off all the different possible angles that could be for them to potentially be taking fire. They're very tunneled on what's going on inside the warehouse right now. Maybe should concern themselves a little bit more with what's happening on the outside.
Somebody call the fire brigade. There's a fire in that building. Need to put that out as quickly as possible as Nixie is turning his attention onto Hamster, who's a little bit out in the open. But as he gets out in the open, he gets shut down by Vex. And that's 4 angry kids are going to get wiped
out of the game. But now does Gamerlegion expect there to still be a Zoekt Een Naam player inside here? I mean, that's the big question. That is the big question, at least for the next couple of seconds. Do they stick around to see if they can find T-Bone, or do they start moving? Because the circle just shifted, and which you can see in the corner there, it did shift pretty far up north. Besiktas and PG18, they're going to take a head-to-head here for V3 in favor of Besiktas, I believe. They only have 2 kills so far, but still the chance to do a lot more damage.
They're both deep in the circle. So I wonder if they really have to make this play.
They do, because there's only one compound to fight for. Unless if they come up with some sort of friendship agreement. I don't know. I've never really seen that before.
Hey, like, stranger things have happened.
That I
you hadn't heard me saying chalk and cheese, and I pulled that one out. So
correct. Woohoo! Double headshot from Nail. As clean as it gets.
Lux gets knocked down. Resources are going to be used. It's just going to be PG's call. You know, I really feel they should look to close in on the Besiktas after that knockdown, because part of the reason why I said, you know, should either of these teams kind of be fighting over is because I question whether they have the kind of leadership to kind of get that knockdown and flanking around it. They got the knockdown, but they haven't heavily flanked around. They're allowing Lux to get revived up. Although I'm saying that PG have gone into the building, so at least at the start, but I don't know, feel like they could have responded a bit more aggressively.
The thing is, they have most likely know that there's 4 guys up and alive on the Besiktas side of things, and they also know what talented squad it is that they're going up against, so cannot take anything for granted in fights like these. The only thing that's pressuring them right now is the fact that Riddle are pushing in from the north, and I believe Se7en had a few shots fired down towards the PG players, so they need to constantly keep their wits about them, and well, I mean, keep in mind that at any point in time could Riddle decide to third party down towards them.
Look at Moonwolf. They got across that road. They're in the safe area. They got a couple of compounds in their favor inside the circle. They do have Quickmath in the distance, taking a couple of shots into them. They're also taking a couple of shots into Besiktas. Basically, my point is everybody is spotting at everybody else, and it's going to get a little bit dangerous, a bit of a bloodbath sooner rather than later, Toby.
Yeah, T-Bone somehow still alive in this game. Not sure exactly how that came to happen. Max is so from a distance, takes out Fake, and Riddle, of course, still up and alive on the northern side. You can see Aspirin. I think he knows kind of where they are. Just can't really seem to find the angle.
Normally, where you see smoke, instead of there being fire, there's players' bodies to take out. Of course, we've seen plenty of players make the whole bait with the smoke grenades, thrown at one direction and going the opposite. That can be a viable play, of course, but normally when they're closed up inside the mountain area, there's going to be somebody there.
Yeah, you need to get yourself all the kind of cover that you can, especially when your entire bag is exposed into that field where you know multiple teams are laying around. Maxis all goes down. Calvin, off of being knocked, does manage to get a knock in return. T-Bone still tanking the blue, and you can see Desperados here. They do not have a whole lot of cover, and all of a sudden Besiktas starting to shoot up towards them. But the good thing that's working the way of Desperados is that, well, I mean, they're sitting pretty much in this end of the circle.
But I wonder how many resources are they wasting? Knockdown after knockdown, medkit after medkit. We see them taking shots once again. Yes, they've got the mountainside, but have they really got enough protection to cover every single area? Being in the middle of the circle, that's the risk.
I think their main concern right now, of course, you want to take shots at the guys at a distance, but you have to make sure that no one pushes up towards you. Because if anyone is allowed to sit in the foot of the hill they're on, then that's going to make things extremely hard for them. Because they can kind of sit in cover down there from all these other teams on the edges, if anyone should decide to push it.
That is very true indeed, Toby. They're returning fire on the Avangar for now. Does not stop Azrin from trying to get a couple of shots off, as we do see Cole Menta with that mini 14 looking to find Avangar, because they see the smoke grenades. Like I said, where you see smoke, there's somebody's body to take out.
Yep. Azrin's gonna go out. That's gonna be Avangar out as well. And we also saw Tornado Energy out just before. They have not had themselves a good day, the Tornado guys, unfortunately. Hopefully they'll make things seem better in the final game. Gamerlegion gone down and out as well, as we exclude more and more of Impala. Things are only gonna get more spiced up. No tag. Se7en. They have a fight just seconds away from erupting here.
Both teams are in the circle.
And everyone is fighting all over the place.
Yeah. Frank gets taken out by Gibbet with a fantastic grenade.
Right on the money.
Does not stop O'Connor from getting knocked out. That Molotov does stop Krabs from repositioning. It's going to force him to stay behind that building. And I do believe they will have known that one member of Se7en was there.
Yeah, Krabik is not really in a position to go anywhere. Buster is prone down on the other side of the fence there. So neither of those two players in Se7en Esports really want to go anywhere. Also, they can't really go anywhere, at least not right now. They need some more utility. Maybe they need to do something across the field. And the northern side, that's open. And, well, I mean, at least the fact that Northern Lights have yet to make that cross on over, that could be no tag, changing the focus for just a split second.
Let me just quickly highlight Quickmath. Still looking strong inside that circle for now. Even though they don't really have a compound, they don't have a team around them, so they can just, you know, get those poke shots off from a distance and allow the other teams to take each other out one by one. But they do need to look to pick up the kills, because kills means points.
That's one thing, and also they need to make it way inside that next circle, because they are not inside it. They need to run further forward. Of course, I mean, they have up some positions they can play from. Oh, that's going to be Nate going back and forth. Buster knocks O'Connell, and O'Connell knocks Buster. And, I mean, give it. He's being pressured by T-Bone, as well as all the players from Northern Lights. Trying to hold everyone at bay at the same time ain't an easy task.
My mama always told me, if you can give, you got to be able to take. So if you can give a grenade, you got to be able to take a grenade.
Yeah, makes sense. I can think of a lot of ways that sentence can be used in the wrong way, but I'm not going to go into detail with that.
Let's keep it PG.
As we keep killing people. Yeah, that makes sense. Krabik and Buster, they have a tough journey ahead of them. They're nowhere safe yet, and I think that could be a knock coming in as well. It is Krabik down, T-Bone goes out as well. So Zoekt Een Naam, despite winning that game number 1, haven't really found the rhythm here in game number 3.
They did get a couple of kills along the way, so that will help them a little bit. But yeah, it's like I said, not the result they would have wanted to have. However, let's continue on as no team.
Gotta say, I don't think the Deep knew the bull arrow was there. It was just one of those, I'm gonna park my vehicle here and then splash. That's at least it was a quick death, right?
I'd like that to be clipped.
It probably was.
It
probably was.
Yeah, but
death by car.
We do see Desperado still occupying that mountainside.
Yeah.
They haven't moved. I gotta give them credit. They've held on all the time to this area to kind of just, they've been circling around it somewhat and giving themselves as much perspective as possible without taking too much damage. Riddle Esports, we haven't really talked about them too much. They were a full squad up until a small part in this game, as we do see H-Port is the only one left alive. He is sandwiched up by Northern Lights and Desperado.
No tank goes out as well. It was, that's a good nade. It was Northern Lights earlier to make the push over towards the hillside that forced out their opponents just a bit earlier. Talsera, he is going to go down now as well. So that's going to be Yort, despite being alone, doing a lot of damage with no nades in hands.
That's what grenades can do.
Yeah.
That is exactly what they can do.
Indeed, it is Riddle. You can see them sitting at 55 currently. They, of course, want to get some more. And these nades, they're just continually raining on forward from a far distance, too. New circle is going to pop, and we're heading down to the mountain. That's a tough one, because half this mountain is even inaccessible.
Feels bad for PG a little bit, as well as Besiktas. In saying that, though, like I said, Desperado, yes, they have lost a couple of members, but they've held on to this mountain for the last, it must be a good 10, 12 minutes, Toby.
And I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's an impressive feat, no doubts about it. But gotta give it, I mean, to me, you gotta give it to Northern Lights. I don't know how they do it, but we keep talking about nobody's really taking charge on Miramar. Everything considered, I think Northern Lights probably has the best, if not the best, average points on Miramar. So far, they've just played extremely well in this map. Is that an elbow he can see? Not enough.
There is a reason why they are currently lying first, as we do see.
Wow.
Moonwolf getting taken out by EG 1-1. Not quite the squad going down. However, Northern Lights, you complimented them. I gotta say, echo that they're looking pretty good in this game so far, looking well in the overall standings, but it's not going to stop Quickmath from looking to take him down. In that vehicle, it's a risky play when the circle is so close and it's so open in the Miramar map.
Desperate times do call for desperate measures, and Insolenzo has to roll on forward. Here comes Pelsish, trying to do something similar. Only one bullet in the chamber, Quizzy, you gotta reload, but Signa's there to apply some pressure on towards him as well. Nail it now, trying to make the run on out, but Colton Minter's there to apply pressure in return.
Gotta say, Quickmath, the play they made, even though they're going to look to get taken out one by one, is that they got into that one vehicle, distracted Northern Knights, and then we saw the final member of Quickmath getting into that vehicle to move away. So it was a great way to kind of survive as much as possible, because it was always going to be a risky play, but this is a 1v3 situation. Nope.
Great double peek.
It's a 0v3 situation.
Great double peek from Northern Knights. They knew it was down there. They knew they needed to deal with him before they could start on focusing on the guys that were further away. So very, very, very well played by Northern Knights. Once again, I mean, they just continue to improve and impress.
Not going to stop that final member from Riddle Esports making an impact. We're down to 5 teams, 11 players alive. This will be a much needed good result for Riddle Esports if they're going to continue forward. Getting another couple of kills is always going to be a risky play when you're on your own. However, Besiktas, one member gets knocked down by PG. He's going to be revived. The smoke grenade is going to help provide the extra bit of vision, but they will know where PG Esports, PG 18 are going to be.
It's not going to be easy, and for Desperados as well. I mean, as long as they hold their southeastern side, you can see they're doing it right now, focusing down here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think you can actually even get up on that mountain ridge from the east side. So now, if the circle continues up towards them, which it will for a little while, I mean, there's the circle center is going to be on them, and I mean, they'll be able to stick around for a little while longer here.
As you do see, like I said, the final member of Riddle Esports, he's running out of time now as the circle is going to start closing. However, it's the furthest distance of the blue zone that has to move in, so it kind of gives them that bit more time compared to other parts of this circle. But
he's not hurt. Let's put it at that.
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to sit around for a little while longer. I think what he's hoping for mostly right now is that one of these teams get eliminated, so he at least gets himself some placement points off of it. But with everyone being inside the circle except for him now, I can tell him that that's not going to be the case. He has to make that run. He's crawling on forward. Polka spots him out. That's going to be a lot of bullets wasted into the wall, but he does with 3 HP take him down, and that's going to be Riddle out in 5th.
Gotta give him credit. He survived as much as he could.
Yeah.
Nearly got that one knockdown. I'm not saying it would have resulted in a kill, but either way, he tried as hard as he could. As Besiktas and PG, they're going up against each other. Ultra taking a lot of damage from all areas. This is going to be the final circle. This is going to be crazy. Northern Lights looking to move in. They're going to look to take control of this game, knocking down Simsy, knocking down one other member. Tolvin looking to get revived. However, from behind, 5 kills going over to Quizzy.
Northern Lights, they do not shy away from a fight here. They knew that they cannot sit in the open with Desperados looking from above. And that's going to be 7 kills now for Quizzy. We highlighted him coming into today. Very talented player. Really, really showing us here exactly why the guys in their team are sitting in first right now. As I say that, though, he does get knocked down. Did manage to get damage applied, but he will get finished off. That's going to be Nemerith and PG out in third. And all of a sudden, it's Perfectix against... And the deep, you cannot forget the deep. He's still up there. They only sent 2 of the guys that kept the third in the deep up on the hillside. Now it's going to be onto Fake and Coldamenza. Do they realize there's one up here?
Desperado actually saved Northern Lights somewhat there by taking out PG. So, hey, look, you know, they help each other out, but now it's going to be this squad v squad situation. I've got to say, I like where Desperado are in terms of, yes, they're separated, but they've got so many little nooks and crannies to hide behind, to just dip behind. Plus, they're throwing out those grenades and smoke grenades to try to distract, push Northern Lights back.
The deep is going to be the difference maker here, because I do not believe that Fake and Desperados realize that the player has made it up to this wall yet. He will be the element of surprise, and if Perfectix can do some damage here, if he can hold them off for a little while longer, that could be the deep's task and all then to clutch it all out. See, Perfectix is doing it perfect. He's just buying himself time and forcing these guys to focus him. Not one jumps down, he spots off the second 2. Fake gets knocked, and that's going to be the deep really revealing his position. 1v1 now.
He says, great play coming out. Perfectus turns around, gets knocked down. Has 5 kills gone over Desperado in the deep. And the smoke for the side of Colamenta. Who's going to be peeking first? Who's going to be looking for that final blow? The M4 and Vintage Deep. This is kind of the wild west of Miramar coming out on top. The smoke nearly catching them out. However, both of the players have the dip in the deep. Trying to get a blow. Desperado's going to potentially come out on top. Yes, they do. The winner chicken dinner goes over to Desperado.
Very impressive play. We talked about how they took that position up in the mount of the hillside there. And even though they were completely exposed for the longest of times, they dealt with all the teams that were shooting at them. They got themselves 11 kills and a win here. They were constantly saying, well, these guys can see us, we should just kill them. Boop, there you go. Oh, a new team can see us, we'll just kill them too.
I'm not gonna lie, I questioned if it was gonna work for them. They did the same thing the second game. It didn't pay off. They didn't survive the longest amount of time. But it's like they learned. They played a bit safer. And they got the kills when they needed to. And then, of course, pushed forward time after time. Look